Honestly, if anybody wants it, they can have it. Look at it.
True. Go ahead, tell them.
Damn.
Tell them. I mean, you told.
Spot like that.
Yeah. Why didn't you say after the recording that you didn't want to give him the case?
I mean, I said it just to f around, but I mean, I'll probably throw some shit in after that. Just.
All right, so we'll give
not
him
a case, but I'll throw in a clipper.
All right,
how about that?
We're gonna do a giveaway, not with that case. It's close to Rick's heart. He loves that sticker. So you gotta get the. I'm dead. You gotta get the Ivan and the crystal stickers, bro.
I guess.
But yeah, we're gonna throw in gonna put a case out, throw in some clippers, do a giveaway. So stay tuned, keep watching the vlog. So finally, this is what I got today. The Babyliss trimmers, Babyliss FX clippers, the Surker professional clippers, Gamma hitters, and my foil shaver. So today I'm primarily using the Surkers, not using like, I only have those other stuff there so I can make sure if anything happens, like if I don't feel like using the Surkers anymore or if the battery runs out or anything, I have the Babyliss FX clipper to like curb that for me. Been using this for a little bit. Again, I've only done like 3-4 haircuts with it, so I won't be giving some in-depth analysis. Just my offhand, real quick thoughts that I don't like. So one thing I don't like about this lever, see, right? I can move the lever. You see, I'm moving the lever, and the blade isn't moving. So it has some jiggle movement. In order for me to stop that movement, I have to tighten it too tight, where the lever, hold on. So say I bring out a Phillips screw, like a lot of people would probably tell me to do, just tighten it some more, okay? So I'll listen, I'll tighten it some more. It still has that same issue. I can move the lever a little bit, and the blade doesn't move. It's not, the lever translating to the blade movement isn't sensitive enough for me. There's too much give. So overall, I don't like this lever. This lever is pretty bad. That's number one. You know, and it's funny because the Cami Clipper 1986 Pro had a similar issue where at the, no matter what, like this is weird. Why can't I jiggle it? And I'm seeing people tell me that Surker, Wall, like they're all manufactured by the same company. And I mean, come on, that can't be true. Sure, they can all be in China, but there's something different. There's something different about them too, and I'm gonna have to look into that. But for now, I'm telling you that there's definitely a difference between these and Magic Clips. The lever is pretty bad. The creep is something I want to look out for too. I've been using it all day. Right now it's 6:11. I've been using it since 1 o'clock. And it's on 83. I mean, I had a little gap, but so I'd say, you know, it's holding up battery life wise, but it's not that powerful. It's really not that powerful.
Where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna sleep?
I want you guys to understand something. When I'm looking at a clipper, when I review something, it's not me automatically saying, hey guys, go get this clipper. You know, Barber's table stamp. Like, I saw a comment saying not to get the chemis, not to get the Surkers because they're knockoffs or something like that, right? And That's a weird stance to me. It's a weird stance that you call something a knockoff and then use that as the only reason why you shouldn't get it. As if all these companies aren't piggybacking off of each other. Just with these clippers right here. Babless, click lever, right? This clipper came out before the Ergo that has a click lever as well. You see this Babless trimming right here? This also came a lot earlier than this clipper right here. You know, saying something is a knockoff is like you're gonna have to describe or define what a knockoff is to me, because everybody's knocking off everybody. The Bevels were the first clipper to come out with a distance this drastic. This is a drastic difference, but yet we praise Babless for innovating. And then Bevel was also the first clipper to have a blue light shine when it charged. Then Andis came out with their Andis T outliner and had a blue light when it was charging. Now you'd say, oh my goodness, that's not that big of a deal. But when this thing charges, it's not blue, it's green. And they definitely took that out of Bevel's box right there. When I test out these clippers, we gotta recognize as an audience what I'm testing. One thing I haven't thoroughly tested, whether it comes to the Chemis or the Surkers or even the Andis Masters, because I just recently got them, is there hasn't been no checking for the test of time. You know what I'm saying? I just got these, I just got the Chemis. I'm literally seeing how they perform instantly. Now, I've seen some comments talking about, oh, these are the knockoffs, like I said earlier today, and that's confusing to me because you're gonna have to give me more than that. You're gonna have to give me more than this company copied off of this company. Because if we based it on companies copying off of companies, nobody can get any company. Matter of fact, we'd all only use Wall because they created the first electronic clipper. I think his name was Leo Wall. He created the first electronic clipper, so, oh, look who's back. Anyway, he created the first electronic clipper, so if we're doing it based on that, then we wouldn't ever use any clippers in the first place. So for these, right? First of all, it says 72 right now, but for these, I'd say it wasn't the most enjoyable experience using these, honestly. And much like the Chemis, I wouldn't use these like right now. Early on, probably. The power is lacking. As I noticed, as I said before, the arm lever is annoying. It jiggles, and I can move the arm just based on the blade. It's not, the mechanics aren't that good. People are saying to change it to a wall blade. I mean, I might try that just to see how that cuts, but the power of the engine is lacking. So right now it's at 72. I've used it all day, so I don't know if it if the powered LED shows and it just drops at like 50 or something like that, but I don't know. It's just not, it wasn't a good experience. I think what I would liken this to is like a home care product. Not only does it lack power based on the fact that it's cordless, but it lacks power based on the fact that I think it's cheaply made. But yeah, other than that, like you saw the videos, you see the clips, it can cut, it can fade. But you can do work with it. It's just how's the experience. And for me, you gotta remember I've used the Babless FX, I've used the Andis Master, I used the Ergos, I've used Magic Clips. These are top of the line clippers right now. So part of me is trying my best not to compare it to those, but they're just not those. No matter how much these comment sections are telling you, yo, those are just like the Magic Clips, they're exactly the same. They're not, and I'm gonna do a comparison video. Another problem I see is with the clipper over comb, and it wasn't cutting as clean with my wave cut as well. My freehand, I had a little bit more work to do with my freehand. That's just a few things that I don't like about it. Literally the best thing about this, the best thing about the Chemis are their price and the LED screen. I do think this feels better than the Chemi Pros because it doesn't have that wide part right here, but I still gotta get those 1986, the regular ones, just like people in the comments are saying. What this is not though, just so y'all know, I'm just trying out a few things to let you guys know what's on the market. I've seen some as people tell me about these, so I'm just trying them out. It's my first time using them right out the box. And I zero gap them. I think I'll do another clip showing you guys how to zero gap that. Works on wall guards. That's what I use. You know, they fit pretty well, so it makes sense that a wall fade blade would be able to fit on there as well. And that's all I got for right now. Yo, what's good, y'all? Editor Kev here. And I was just looking over the footage and just trying to give some final thoughts on it. I spent just a little bit too much time talking about copying, I think, on this one. Overall, just an idea of what the clippers are. They are a budget clipper. So I'm not one to say that money translates 100% into how well something will do or how poorly something will do. But when it comes to these clippers right here, it can only make sense that they can charge $50 and a Magic Clip costs like $150, right? You're not getting a Magic Clip here, you know? You're getting a clipper that gets the job done. And I need that to be clear. You know, this is what's happening here. It's gonna have its issues. It's not the most powerful. You can fade with it. I'm not sure how long it will last in the long term, because, you know, a lot of these times I'm testing how well these things can do immediately out of the box. That's a risk I think we have to take. I haven't looked into the reviews. And yet there's reviews we got mostly 5 stars. Somebody talking about they've been a master barber for 30 years. This is the best clippers I've ever used. Yo, keep it a thou out. I don't know who's paying him, but that's not the truth. These are okay clippers, right? I do feel that the power is slightly lacking. I just spent a lot of time in this video, I think, trying to show you guys what I don't really like about the clipper, but it's definitely workable. It gets the job done. I don't know. I don't wanna deter you guys from actually trying out this clipper. If you wanna try it out, definitely. Like I said in the video, I'm trying to really look at what this clipper provides. I don't consider myself a person who decides to tell you guys, you know, what clippers you should and shouldn't use. I try my best to use the clipper and communicate specifically what this clipper provides and what it doesn't. The jiggle lever is annoying. It seems to cut fine with wet hair. It cuts well with clipper over comb. The one issue I do see, though, is when I was doing like with real coily hair, it doesn't do wave cuts really well with real curly hair. You have to keep going over the same spot over like a few times. Like, it's situations with really tight coils where you might find some trouble, or with like really thick hairs, like straight Asian hairs, or, you know, really thick curly hair. That's where you'll find some issue. But again, most clippers kind of have that issue. Masters plow through those things. But that's what I'm saying. That's the type of thing you gotta know what you're getting when you look at it. It's not like it can't cut hair. As you can see, I did some really good cuts with it. But you really gotta look and see what you're getting from these clippers, what's happening. All the people that I did cuts on today, somebody's saying it's the great clipper that the greatest clipper they've ever used. How many situations did they use it? How skilled are they? What does their clientele look like? You really gotta ask the question that specifically say, like, who will this benefit? Everybody doesn't have the same clientele. Everybody doesn't pass their clippers through the same textures. If somebody cuts straight white people and has thin hair,
the NBLI is the greatest clipper I've ever used.
I mean, sure, you don't have my clientele though. You don't do what I do. Your process is my process. You don't see the people I see. Now, that's what I think you guys need to be looking for. Question the people who say that something is the best clipper in comparison to others. What does your clientele look like? Everybody's clientele isn't the same. Everybody, you know, it's not all the same stuff, so you won't get the same results. Everybody don't have the same techniques. But yeah, I try my best to show you guys what's happening straight out the box. I did see yesterday that people kept saying that there is a 1.5 purple magnetic guard. I didn't know that. I haven't used them in a long time. So yeah, that's just information for people who didn't read those comments. There is a 1.5 guard. So yeah, that's all I got for today. I think something else I want to mention too is I don't want to downplay the fact that a knockoff company can really just gyp somebody else's style. You know what I'm saying? Of course that can happen. You look at Wall and Andis, they're really trying to push the industry forward, and you're always going to have a market filled with copycats, filled with people who are just looking to see what works and trying to do it cheaper. But if you're in this part of your career where you're not sure if how long you're going to be in it, or you're not sure what to use, like, I think there's a market for these things, because there is a market for these things. If I can afford to get a Wall Magic Clip, if I can afford to get all these other clippers, I'm personally getting them. You know, it's ain't no skin off my back to pay a little more to get those. Or it's not no skin off my back if I either don't feel or don't care about the pitfalls of this clipper. Who am I trying to please? My clients, that's it. I don't care what y'all think. You shouldn't care what I think. You should only care what your clients think. So if it gets the job done for you, then use them. If it doesn't, then doesn't. I'm just trying my best to provide the most honest review, how I experienced the clippers. That's it, man. So thanks for watching today's video. Trying to post, you can see I'm trying to post every 5 days a week. It's been pretty tough, but I'm getting through it. Thanks for watching today's video. See you guys in the next one.